Indictment watch again for former President Donald Trump, this time in Georgia in the election interference case.
Yeah, it could become Trump's fourth indictment and potentially the most damaging. Prosecutors are likely to invoke RICO laws, a tool typically reserved for members of organized crime.
Fox 5's Teresa Priolo joins us live in the studio with details on who might be testifying in front of a grand jury today. Teresa.
Yes, Steve and Natasha, the case is actually moving faster than was initially reported. Today, the state's former lieutenant governor apparently testified, as well as two former Georgia lawmakers. The DA signaling that she could be using that RICO statute, which strings together a series of crimes and attempts to paint a broad picture of conspiracy, corruption, and coercion.
Fulton County, Georgia is on high alert today, awaiting a possible criminal indictment of Donald Trump, the fourth the former president faces. The cameras are ready, security is tight, and for a moment today, a list of supposed charges was posted and then picked up by Reuters, only to be removed. All signs point to movement, and all eyes are on Fulton County DA Fani Willis.
The oath requires that I follow the law, that if someone broke the law in Fulton County, Georgia, that I have a duty to prosecute.
That prosecution, should it materialize, will address efforts by the former president and his team to change the 2020 election results in Georgia, a state with a margin so thin there had to be 2 recounts, both of which ended in President Biden's favor. But the allegation in Georgia is that Trump tried to change that.
It's different when you say, hey, I need you to change these votes for Biden, for Joe Biden, to votes for me. And that's what they're saying he did here. He went out and he tried to convince government officials to change votes.
If the Reuters article is to be believed, Trump is facing RICO violations, which is racketeering or organized crime. The looming indictment has infuriated the former president. He's been increasing his attacks on the DA. In one post on Truth Social, he called the DA phony Fanny. In another, he said, quote, "Would somebody please tell the Fulton County grand jury that I did not tamper with the election?" And then this weekend, he spoke at the Iowa State Fair.
Is there any chance you take a plea deal in Georgia?
We did nothing wrong. We don't ever take a plea deal. It's called election interference. You know what that is? Because these indictments are brought out by Biden, who can't even put 2 sentences together.
So one interesting thing about Georgia, if Trump is indicted and then convicted of these crimes, the governor does not have pardoning power, as is the case in so many states. Georgia has a pardoning board, and so even if the state is run by Republicans, it isn't automatic that he would be pardoned there. If he's reelected president, of course, he can pardon himself for any federal convictions. As for his other case, including the one here in New York last week, Judge Juan Merchan denied Trump's motion to recuse himself. The judge says that he can be fair and impartial.